So in this intelligence theorem, see that it is applicable for any linear, non-linear, time variant or time invariant. So in such a networks, the algebraic sum of the powers at any instant of time is equal to 0. For example, if I have a network, so the nature of the network I already defined, it may have linear or non-linear any kind of elements. So let me take some element. What is the nature of this element is I am not defining, it can be any element, linear, non-linear, etc. So in this network we may find different elements. Let us say we have some b branches, b number of branches, number of branches. Now if I'll consider out of the b number of branches any one branch in the given circuit. So let me consider that corresponding branch voltage as Vk and its corresponding branch current as Ik. This is kth branch, kth branch, like 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, n or b number of branches. So out of that one of the branch I am naming as k and its corresponding branch voltage is Vk, its corresponding branch current is Ik. Now in generally we can take this in this way. If I'll take the product of Vk and Ik, what I'll get? Power. So like that, if I'll take the element 1 to all the elements of the branches like up to b number, then if I'll add up algebraically, that should give the 0. That is summation, sum k is equal to 1 to b, Vkik is equal to 0. This is what the intelligence theorem statement. So very simple, but it required some basic understanding of the nature of the power for various elements. So let me revise once again. So previously we stated these things and let me once again revise these things. For example, if I have some network, this is a network where the network is connected with one element and the element nature look like this. Let me say as like this. And here if this element voltage is V and if the current is flowing through this element in this direction, then power of this element is product of voltage and current, and wherever current enters, so that terminal you observe, that corresponding terminal you observe for this element, for this x element, for this x element, at what polarity of the element is the current entering. If it enters at the positive terminal, the power will be positive. If the power is positive, what we see? The element absorbs the power. Element absorbs the power. If the power sign is positive, it absorbs the power. Similarly, I can take so some other situation as like this, and let me put here that if current is flowing so through this network in different way as like this. Now see that current is entering to the element X at the negative terminal, at the negative terminal. See this thing? This is the terminal of the X element at which negative polarity was there. So the power of this corresponding element will be V into I, which is equal to negative. Once power sign is negative, it says, it conveys that it is supplying, it is supplying the power. Based on these power sign convention, we decide whether elements are absorbing the power or the elements are supplying the power. So these two are very important things to understand the intelligence theorem properly. Now let us take this problem, and every element voltage and currents are given. So now let me name something like this. So this is element 1, element 2, element 3, element 4, element 5, element 6. There are 6 branches in this circuit. Now, according to Telegen's theorem, if I know each branch voltage and current, then if I'll add up summation of all the voltages and currents product like Vk Ik over K is equal to 1 to how many branches are there here? 6 branches. Should be equal to 0. So this is what the Telegen's theorem. But this summation you should take very carefully, that sometimes this power may be positive and for some elements the power may be negative. Let us see how we find the power of each element. So let me take the first element power. Now tell me how much is the first element power? What is the voltage? 3 volts.
3 volts.
How much is the current? 3 amperes.
-9.
Where the current is entering? To this element 1 of this 3 volts?
minus
Minus. So
Negative.
power is negative. How much is this value? Minus 9 watts. Next, for the second element, how much is the voltage? 3. How much is the current? 2. Where this 2 amperes is entering for the element 2? So sometimes they'll give you in this way, see. So every time they may not give the entering current direction. They may give the leaving current. Once you know the leaving current direction, you can indicate that means it is entering over here, leaving from here. Now take this entering current nature, at which polarity of the 3 volts is this current entering? So positive. So can I write this as a positive? So how much is this power? Plus 6 watts. Similarly, for the third element, what is the voltage? 3 volts. How much is the current? 2 amperes.
2, sir.
Now where the current entering for this element? See, it is leaving from
Positive.
this side, means it is entering over here.
Plus.
So where it is entering? At plus terminal. So power is positive. So again plus 6 watts. Next. So for the fourth element, P4. So how much is the voltage? 4 volts. How much is the current? 3 amperes.
3 amp.
Now where this current is entering? Cross verify. It is leaving from this terminal,
Positive.
means it is entering over
Positive.
here. So power is positive. How much is that? 12.
12.
Similarly, let me take the P5 fifth element. How much is the voltage?
minus 3.
Minus 3. Let me keep inside the bracket this negative. Next, how much is the current?
minus 3.
Minus 3. Where this minus 3 is entering to the minus 3 volts polarity. See, this minus 3 volts polarity are these things. So just you keep that thing inside the bracket, that minus or plus current or plus voltage, whatever it may be. But see that the direction of the current and the polarity of the voltage. So see here that the current is entering over here, which is entering at the positive terminal of the negative 3 volts. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether it is negative 3 volts or positive 3 volts. They had given for us polarity. What we do is that just simply we take this voltage and this current and see that where this current is entering for this voltage. For that voltage it is entering for me at positive. So now this becomes minus minus plus, so 9 watts. Okay. So in the same way, let us take the last element P6. How much is the voltage? 4 volts. How much
4.
is the current?
Minus
3.
Minus 3.
Now where minus 3 amperes is entering to this element?
Positive.
At the
-12.
positive. So power is positive. Here I am taking sign as a positive, but after simplifying I may get positive or negative. So see here it is negative current, so I may get here as
minus 12.
minus 12. Now add up all these powers, see that whether Telegen's theorem is valid or not. So what we do is that according to this intelligence theorem statement that algebraic sum of the powers in a circuit must be 0. That means I should add P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus P4 and P5 plus P6. How much is this? P1 is
0,
minus
sir.
9. So P2 is 6. P3 is also 6. P4 is 12.
12.
P5 is 9 and minus 12. How much is this value?
0, sir.
0. That means summation of Pk, k is equal to 1 to B number of branches is equal to 0. This is what the intelligence theorem. Now see that by using this intelligence theorem we can make some predictions.
0 అవ్వదు కదా సార్.
Is not 0?
పాజిటివ్ 9 నెగిటివ్ 9 క్యాన్సిల్. 12
12.
మైనస్ 12 క్యాన్సిల్. 12 మిగులుతుంది కదా సార్.
Somewhere we did mistake. No? Okay, so but our polarities are proper. Then so does intelligence theorem holds for the circuit? Yeah. So the question is that, so is it holds for this circuit? Sometimes the circuit design may violate the intelligence theorem. So this circuit is not holding the intelligence theorem properly. That means sum of the supplied power is not equal to absorbed power. So this is not equal to 0. How much is this? 12. Okay. So if it is 12, what we will say? So this circuit does not hold intelligence theorem. Very good observation. Usually for any circuit which satisfies the law of conservation of energy, that must satisfy the intelligence theorem. Why? Because if some elements are supplying the power, the other elements should absorb the same amount of the power, so that net power in the circuit is 0. But unfortunately this circuit is a wrongly designed circuit. That's why it is not holding the intelligence theorem. Here the question is that does this intelligence theorem hold for this circuit? Means it does not hold. Means somewhere they should take the polarity. In order to make this circuit to hold the intelligence theorem, what we need to do? Tell me. So we should
P2 or P3 దగ్గర డైరెక్షన్ చేంజ్ చేస్తే
we
అప్పుడు
should
వస్తుంది సార్.
yes we should reverse somewhere like here current direction or voltage direction, where for 3 it is very clear even that, see, parallel connected branches voltage is same, yes or no? Here they said positive negative 3 volts, here also positive negative 3 volts, so which is between these two nodes basically, and across those terminals this third element also connected, but they said its polarity is upper side negative, lower side positive. That is the violation. That's why it is not holding the intelligence theorem. Okay, so this polarity should be upper side positive, lower side negative, as because all parallel connected elements will have same voltage, then it holds the intelligence theorem. In this way you can suggest. Clear? Okay. So usually if the circuit is generally designed properly, so you should get the total sum of the powers to be 0. If it is not 0, it is violating the intelligence theorem. Clear? Right. Now let us take the next problem. Using intelligence theorem, find the voltage Vs. Where is the Vs? Here. Now what we need to do to get the Vs? If it holds the intelligence theorem, definitely sum of Vk into Ik over k is equal to 1 to B should be equal to 0. If it holds. Now what they said is just directly using intelligence theorem find this. That means definitely this circuit holds the intelligence theorem such that find what will be the Vs. Clear? So now what we do? So element numbers are already indicated 1, 2, 3, and this is current source and here is voltage source. Now let me write the powers of each element. First element power, quickly tell me. This is 3 amperes. Going away means where it is entering, here. So can I say this is 10 into
minus
3?
3.
So minus or plus?
Plus, sir.
Plus. So 30 watts. Similarly, second element P2. How much is the voltage? 6 volts.
6 volt.
How much will be the
6.
current?
3.
These two are in series, so same 3 amperes is passing through this. So into 3. Where the current entering? At positive terminal.
Positive, sir.
So plus. So how much is this? 18. Next, third element P3. This one, third element is here. So voltage is 8, current is 6. But where the current is entering, see here, it is leaving from here, means it must enter over here. That means
Positive, sir.
positive. How much is this?
What?
48 watts. Next, what else is left? Sources. Now let me write P suffix 9 amperes. This numbering was not there, that's why I am using 9A, means 9 ampere current source. How much is this current source voltage? They had given, see,
16 watts.
16. How much is this corresponding branch current? 9. Then tell me, what will be the nature of this power? Is it positive or negative? For which what you need to see? Here is negative
Negative.
terminal. How the
Negative.
current is flowing? In downward direction. So it is entering at the negative terminal. So how much is this power? 16 into 9? 144 watts. Next is P suffix Vs, means voltage source, this Vs. How much is the voltage source value? Vs. We don't know that actually. That we need to determine by using intelligence theorem. How much is the current through this voltage source? 6 amperes. So where this 6 amperes entering? It is entering at the positive terminal.
Positive.
So plus. Now if it holds the intelligence theorem, so sum of these powers should be P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus P9A plus PVS is equal to 0 according to intelligence theorem. Let me write according to intelligence theorem. Intelligence theorem. Now what we will do? So substitute all these things and get the unknown value. This is 30 plus 18 plus 48 and minus 144 plus 6 Vs is equal to 0. How much we will get? 30 plus 18 plus 48 minus 144 is minus 48. So 6 Vs is equal to 48. Is this correct? Divided by 6 is,
Vs equal to 48 by 6.
so Vs is equal to 8 volts, right? I think, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah. So Vs is equal to 8 volts. So in this way, by using intelligence theorem, that the algebraic sum of the powers in a circuit must be 0. By that condition, we can find some of the unknown things. So let me take one more problem just for a generalized idea. In this way, that one resistor, one more resistor here, and one current source and one voltage source. 10 volts, 2 ohms, 5 ohms and 1 ohm and 100 amperes. Now see that, verify the diligence theorem for this question. Verify the diligence theorem. Verify the diligence theorem. What we do? You can use any method which you know. So by using the known methods, you find each branch voltage and current. So far, all the branch voltages currents somehow given, but here it is not given. What we need to do? We have to find it, either mesh or nodal, whatever it may be. You find the voltages of each branch and currents of each branch. So you can use either mesh or nodal analysis here. So I am proceeding with the nodal analysis. So if this node voltage is assumed as Vx, so I can write at the node N KCL. At node N KCL, what I will get? Vx minus 10 divided by 2 plus Vx minus 0 by 5 plus 100 is equal to 0. This branch current is 100 amperes. These branch currents are Vx minus 10 by 2, Vx minus 0 by 5, like that. How much is Vx? See that how much we will get? Vx into 1 by 2 plus 1 by 5 is the constant, and here is 5 will be left, and here 100. So 100 minus 5, 95, and if it goes minus 95 volts, means you have to simplify this also. 1 by 2 plus 1 by 5, how much is this? Is 7 by 10. So Vx is equal to minus 95 divided by 7 by 10. 95 by this is equal to, let me take as it is. Why? Because we would like to verify diligence theorem. So this is 950 by 7 volts Vx. Right. Once I know Vx, somehow I will get every element voltage or current. See in this way. So for example, just for the sake of some numbering, so you can take this way. So this is minus 95. You can take anyway as like this, plus minus V1. This voltage is Vx, already known. You can assume this also V2. So this branch voltage is V3. This branch voltage is V4. Now can you tell me how much is V1, V2, V3, V4? That is one thing. Other thing is that currents also. Some I1, this is some I2, this is some I3. So that's all. Now tell me these voltages and currents. So I will be writing beside this. So I will write V1 as like this. V1, where is the positive polarity? V1 corresponding positive is this one. Means this side how much is the voltage? 10. So 10 minus, where is the negative polarity? That side how much is the voltage? Vx. So minus of Vx. Minus of, so let me write Vx. So now 10 minus of Vx is minus minus plus, so 950 by 7. So how much is this? So 10 plus 950 by 7, so is 1020 by 7 volts. This is what V1. Now in the same way, can you find immediately current also? I1 also here. I1 is this side voltage minus other side voltage. That is left side voltage minus right side voltage divided by 2. Tell me, 10 minus, that means I can say directly in this way, V1 divided by 2. V1 divided by 2. So how much I will get? This is equal to V1 is 1020. This is 510 by 7 amperes. Similarly, let us find other voltages. What is V2? V2 is a straight away. How much? Vx. How much is Vx? Minus 950 by 7. How much is I2? I2 is V2 divided by 5. V2 divided by 5. So how much we will get? So 950 by 7, right? Yeah. So divided by 5. So we will get this as negative 190 by 7. Similarly, find other branch voltages V3. V3. How we find V3? V3 is little bit different. See here, let me write V3 corresponding current I know. How much is the current? First, let me write the current. I3 and this current source are in series. So, I3 must be equal to this current source. So, that means 100 amperes. Now, I already know I3, so I can easily find the V3. How much is V3? 100 into 1, which is equal to 100 volts. So, next, what else is left? V4. How to find V4? Apply the Kirchhoff voltage law for this loop. For this loop or mesh. See that how much we will get? Tell me. Plus V3 KVL for mesh 2. KVL for mesh 2. This is mesh 2, M2. So plus V3 plus V4 minus V2 is equal to 0. By using this KVL equation, I can find how much is V4, which is unknown voltage. How much is V4? So V2 minus V3. What is V2? V2 is already known. Tell me. Minus 950. No. V2. Where is V2? Yeah. Minus 950 by 7. What about V3? Minus 100. How much is this? 950 by 7. So, and 100 is 1650 by 7 volts. So, current is already known for this branch. So, what else is left? Everything we got it. Now, what we need to do? We need to verify the diligence. How? By finding the power of every element. First, let me take 10 volts power. P suffix to 10V. Tell me how much is the power? Voltage is 10. How much is the current? I1. See here. 2 ohms and 10 volts are connected in series. So, whatever current passing through this 2 ohms is also passing through 10 volts. So, it is moving in upward direction like this, which is current I1. So, 10 into I1 is what the power. So, how much is this? Is it negative or positive?
Sir, V4 minus 1650 by 7, sir.
V4. Yeah. This is minus. Okay. Very good. So, how much is the power of this 10 volts? 10 into I1. So, I1 is 510 by 7. So, minus 10 into 510 by 7 is minus 5100 by 7 watts. Okay. So, next calculate the P1. P1 is V1 into I1, which is positive. How much is the V1? How much is the V1? 1020 by 7. 1020 by 7. How much is the I1? 510 by 7. How much is this answer? Check it. 1020 by 7 into 510 by 7 is, so I am getting some value as like this, 10616.32. Next is P2. Calculate in similar way all the powers. V2 I2, P3, V3 I3, P4. P4 means this one. Which one? 100 amperes current source. So V4 I4, where I4 is 100. Tell me these values quickly. V2, how much is V2? V2 is, where is V2? V2, yeah,
Minus
950 by 7
7.
minus 950 by 7. I2, I2 is minus 190 by 7. Minus 190 by 7. You simplify these things. Just I will write V3. V3 is V3 100. Yeah. I3. I3 also 100. So this is 1 4 zeros. 10,000. Right. V4. V4 we got here minus 1650 by 7. 1650 by 7 into I4. I4 is 100. So now you add up all these powers, cross verify whether you get the power to be 0 or not. So P1 plus P10 volts plus P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus P4. How much is the value? Anybody verified? Is it 0 or not?
Sir, P2 is equal to 3683.67.
3683.67. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Positive. So you add up all these powers. Is it 0 or not? Somebody quickly verify. So you should get 0 at any cost. If not, we made some calculation mistake. Okay.